timing is impeccable. I think you're okay there. That's really kind of a fairly apropos intro, wouldn't you say, Jody?
That's what I was gonna say. I like that. Get started and see where this goes, because you never know where this is gonna go
That's a
with the two
fact.
of us.
That is a fact. So let's go back and kind of not pick at, that's what a thing to say, kind of redo the weekend in our minds and our hearts.
Yeah,
I saw
rehash that.
you quite a bit, Jody, but I only saw you as you would blast by going one way or the other. And then one time you sent one of your sons to bail me out.
Yeah.
Thank you, incredibly. So the big cruise and car show is in the book now. What do you think?
It was a fun weekend. It's always an exhausting weekend. There's so much happening, so much going on. I actually never made it around to look at all of the cars. I was just running around all weekend, but never actually just like took the time to stop and walk around and experience um, everything. But I got to check out what was it, the FMX riders, the stunt riders. I got to be a part of that, like not be a part of it, but I got to see that, and I got to see the burnout and the go and woe. And I was there for Saturday night as the rain came down. That was crazy.
It was.
Were you
They,
down there at that point, or had you
yes,
left?
I was frantically putting equipment where it couldn't get in the rain. And then had a crazy thing happen, which I'll share with you, but I'll go backwards right now and say that the jumpers were the FMX show by Brigade. And Brigade is an FMX bunch also. I thought it was interesting. Well, I thought a lot of it was interesting, but Mr. Ritter shared with me their rider on the insurance, and they needed a 50-foot clearance from the top of the ramp, and the ramp was 20 feet up.
Wow.
So the boys were up there now.
I got some fun video and some photos, and it's just, and you can see so many people who did go to the car show and see their photos posted on Facebook and other social media outlets. It was wow. And that was just a really cool thing. So,
It really
yeah.
was.
Anyway, and then just I not that I didn't go around and actually like really look at all the cars, but I got to see a lot of cool stuff, just walking by real quick. Um, one place to another, Jared, my husband and son with Boss Music were running sound throughout the weekend. And so I was down there with them. I'm always happy to have a space to um, go, like, to sit right there up front. So that's always kind of cool that I have that opportunity to be right there with them as they are running sound. So, yeah, it was a fun weekend. Oh, and a place to, go undercover so I didn't get completely soaked. We threw Emily Smith, who was Miss Cruise and Car Show this year, we threw her up into the boss truck so she didn't get, completely
Let's
drenched.
just say we helped her into the box truck. Just
Yeah, helped her up in there, not threw her in. I guess that could sound a little bad. You know, we didn't drive off.
right,
We
right.
just kept it parked right there so that she could stay dry. Anyway, it was so much fun. And then they continued. I mean, there was all the stuff that was happening on Friday, and then on Saturday they were able to do the go and woe and the burnout. But the pro division was unable to do it because the rain came in, and I don't know if you've seen the video of the barrier like racing down Barnes Street there. You know that won the battle on Barnes because battle on Barnes wasn't able to happen. Did you see it going through that video of the barrier just going down the street because it was just going in the rain?
There goes
It
the
was just
barrier.
moving it down the way. Anyway, that was pretty funny.
So
And
I
then the
got
next day, yeah.
I
Sorry.
got the equipment thrown in out of the rain.
Yeah.
And my phone, I'm working by myself because Cade went to the OU game, which he'll gloat about that forever because it was it was a great game, and he was there. Another person that I had helping me was to help me signed off for, I don't know, a grandmother that died for the 7th time or something. So, but I see I'm holding the camera and I'm holding the microphone in the other hand and I'm doing the jumps and then the storm's coming. I'm throwing the equipment in and all the time I've got my phone on silent and I see the screen flashing. So after about the 5th flash, I thought that's never good news. So I answer it and it's the girl that's cleaning my house. And she is hysterical. She has pulled I don't mean hysterical like funny.
Mm-hmm.
She has pulled the stove away from the wall to clean behind the stove in the kitchen and has pulled the gas line off.
Oh no.
And can't get the gas shut off valve to shut off.
Oh no.
So I said, "Can you smell gas?" She said, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?"
Oh no.
So I said, "Okay, get the dogs outside, open up everything you can open up, all the doors and windows, and then you go outside." And she kept saying, "Well, I should take." I said, "That's stuff. Don't take any stuff. Just get anything breathing outside." So I go hurrying to the farm. Well, the storm that hit Alva that's where it was. I mean, the farm is 22 miles
Yeah.
before you get to Alva. It was a monsoon. So I go in there and we're starting to work on the stove thing and the electricity goes off.
Oh no.
And you know how dark it gets in the country.
Yeah.
And so we're there hunkered, if that's a word, over this valve, and I want to turn it off, but I don't want to twist it off.
Right. Right.
So I'm getting the little crescents and everything ready, and the house goes to dark. I go, I can't see a thing, and she goes, "I'll get the candles." I went, no,
Don't do that.
no, we need some stuff right now, but we don't need candles.
Oh no.
So the storm, the wind came in, believe it or not, from the north, which doesn't help us at all. Halfway through the storm, the wind whipped around to the south and just cleared the house because I got a south door and an east door.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to get the valve shut off, and the puppies were underneath the car going, "Man, I knew I never should have let you rescue me. This is nuts." So that was my Saturday evening.
Oh my goodness.
So Sunday, they put the trophy or the crown on the car show.
Yeah. So they had the worship service with the free breakfast, and then they gave out the awards, and then they ended up canceling the Battle on Barnes races,
Right.
because they just weren't going to be able to get it dry with the chance of rain and everything. So they were unable to do those drag races, but they were able to go ahead and do the pro burnout. So that happened. And then the kiddie bike races, I say kiddie, you know, the kiddos all
Right.
got to race their bikes, and that's a lot of fun. And then I saw that they had a great showing of the Northwestern baseball players
Yes.
coming out, and they come out every year to help them put up, to help them pick up the trash, to help them tear down. And so, again, I say this all the time, many hands make light work. If we just have everybody pitch in, it just goes a lot quicker and easier. So that happened. And now I'm sure that all of those on the race committee are happy to check that off of their list. It's done for this year, but you know, when you're planning events and events as big as that one is, they're probably gonna have a meeting
I
pretty
would
soon
think.
to start planning for next year, because that's the way that it goes. And then, were you able to go down to Winoka for the Renaissance Festival?
So when I found out, I came up here and got the equipment ready to go and stuff, and then went down and got in the conversation and found out they were not going to be able to do some of their stuff. So I helped clean up some, and then I went to Winoka, and it was finishing by the time I got there. I was in Alva till probably 5ish, and Jacinda and Mandy were in their tallying tent, tallying and so on. They were just thrilled. Their committee was
Good.
with the turnout, and not just the turnout, but like the vendors that they had accosted them to have a date for next year so they could hold that date. Because the vending business, you got to be a year ahead if you possibly can. And the jousters were incredibly happy. The sword fight guys, they did something that I think is kind of cool. We used to do this. I mean, that sounds like an old guy story, doesn't it? I was announcing the wrestling down at in Oklahoma City, and this has been a long time ago. This is before Hulk and Savage and those guys got really big. It had gotten big enough that they had moved it from the Stockyards Coliseum to downtown. So I'm announcing, and they're going to do this tag team, and it will end the night, and it's going to turn out to be a bloody mess. So they take these packets, which are sheep flesh that holds sheep's blood, and they're about the size of a billfold, something like maybe a little smaller. And when you break that packet, the packet becomes a large piece of skin, because that's what it is, and the blood goes everywhere. So they got one guy that's a little bit maybe thinner, I guess, than the rest of them. So it's a tag team match, right? So when the tag team gets nuts and everybody's in the ring, they throw our guy out of the ring. A bad guy, in wrestling, you call the good guys faces and the bad guys heels.
Okay.
So the face is down, crashed into the chairs on the front row, and the heel jumps off to get him, and he's going to throw him under the mat. He's going to get those packets of blood, the thin guy is. He's going to stuff them in the front of his shorts, and when they get together again, then he's going to hand out these packets, and when somebody hits somebody in the face with their fist, that packet's going to break and blood's go everywhere, and there's 4 guys doing this. So when they all get in and this is all done really fast so that people can't see what you're doing, right? So when they all get in their pile there, they throw our guy. He's supposed to bounce off the ropes on his feet. He runs, bounces off the ropes, hits a guy's shoulder, spins, and hits the mat, and blood goes
Oh no.
everywhere. I mean, like, what would it be? Maybe 8 packets
Oh no.
of blood stop, and the other guys get tickled. That's the worst thing that can happen when you're trying to sell viciousness.
Yeah, yeah.
Is fat guys with some muscles giggling their their heads off. It was a bad night. It was a bad night in the wrestling world. Now, before we got to wrestling, what were we talking about?
You were talking about the jousting and
The
and
jousters were
vendors.
thrilled. Oh, the sword fighters, yes, they did blood packets. But then they stopped at the intermission, and the head guy, the sword fighty guy, I'm sure he has a different title
Yeah,
than
yeah,
that,
yeah.
called all the kids up and showed them that it wasn't real blood,
Oh yeah.
which
Yes.
that's cool.
Yes.
That-
Yeah. So are they going to have it on the same weekend?
No,
I know that,
no.
okay, because so many people,
No.
I heard so many people say, I wish that it was a different weekend so that we could go down and see it.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people went from here down there, took in both
Yeah,
events.
yeah.
Jacinda said, what did she tell me? I think it's 2 weekends before. You talk, I'll see if I can raise Jacinda.
Yeah. So I know that the first weekend of September is always the Woods County Fair. So I think about that. And then the third weekend of September is always the car show. So you can go ahead and put those things on your calendar for next year, knowing that those things are going to happen. We have certain things that always happen, just like
Yes,
when is the snake hunt?
first Sunday after Easter
There you go.
for 79 years.
You know that it's going to be on that date, right? So you can go ahead and look to see when Easter is going to be, and you can go ahead and put the snake hunt on your calendar for next year. So there are those dates that you always know that they're going to be. Woods County Fair and Car Show are two of those in September that you always know that they're going to be. So you can just go ahead and put those on your calendar for next year. So hopefully that can be something that the Renaissance Fair can create a great big event so that they can put that on their calendar and it be a consistent one. And hopefully it works out, that it coincides with those other events as well. So you got it.
Jacinda,
Yes.
Ben, and Jody, we were talking about your event, and did I catch you? Do you have a minute? You're on the air, by the way.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
And I'm on the air?
Well, kind of.
Okay.
Just trust me. Well, never mind.
You know, I can talk.
Yeah,
It'll work.
yeah, it'll be good. We're talking about dates for next year. I was telling Jody that your vendors were accosting you, wanting a date for next year, and Jody said, "Well, will it be on the same date as the car show?" And so I'm calling you.
Well, we are looking at Columbus Day weekend, which would be October 10th, 11th, and 12th. So we could possibly do the 3 days.
October 10, 11, and 12.
Yes, and that way it wouldn't interfere with the car show. I think the Sand Dunes may have something going on, but I think that would be a benefit for us.
Okay.
And so far, everybody, all the vendors yesterday I talked to, and I've had some that wasn't able to make it this year that's messaged me last night and today wanting on our list for next year, and I've given them those dates and they all seem happy with it. So pending approval from the Main Street organization itself, I think that's what we're planning.
Awesome.
So, since I've got you on the phone here, your event, that event looked to me to be very successful, but I don't know that. You probably really do. What do you think?
I am very satisfied with how the weekend went. beans. It's our first one. Most everybody had no clue what a Renaissance Festival was. Um, everyone that I've spoken to, I've had, like I said, my phone's been blowing up this morning and even yesterday evening with people who were happy they came, who were disappointed they couldn't come, vendors who were here, vendors who were not here that wish they were. Um, I haven't gotten to go through all of the um, tickets as far as I had people writing down where they were from, but I know that I've had some from uh, Ashland, Coldwater, Kansas, up by Wichita, over by Panhandle, Texas, Arkansas, over by Tulsa, Enid, Moreland, Woodward, Alva, Sealing, um, Sayer. I mean, we had people from all over. And to me, that was our goal, is to get the word out, get people coming here. A lot of people hadn't even were aware of the dunes. Some come through Glass Mountains. They were very excited about the views there and coming back to see more of Northwest Oklahoma.
Outstanding. Well, thank you for taking my call. Jacinda Perot, the head of the committee. The committee is representing Main Street, Winoka, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. Well, that rounds everything up on our end. Now, what do we got coming
So coming
down the
up,
pike?
yeah, coming up, I believe it is this weekend. We have hold on just a second. Let me get in the right month. We have a Northwestern football game this Saturday coming up, and that is Northwestern's Family Day. In addition to that, on Friday is the Alva High School homecoming parade at 2 p.m. and Alva High School homecoming game on Friday night. So this week is homecoming at Alva. Like I said, Family Day on Saturday with Northwestern. There is a business seminar that's going to be happening this week for people who are interested in this. This is going to be sponsored by Dream First Bank, and it's an AI for business seminar. So you can get more information about that in our newsletter, but also on the Dream First Facebook page as well. We've also posted it on our Facebook, on our social media from the chamber. But if you are interested in learning more about AI, then you can absolutely do that. One other thing
Yep.
is that Northwestern homecoming buttons go on sale this week. On Wednesday, we will be receiving the buttons. There are different community liaisons who go out and sell those buttons. And purchasing a button for homecoming is actually one of the largest fundraisers that they have for homecoming in order to be able to put on everything that they have for homecoming. So just know that that is coming up. You're going to be able to purchase your buttons soon. And then the week of homecoming, which Northwestern's homecoming is not until the last week, the last full week of October. So I think that's the 25th. But that week there will be discounts around town that if you are wearing your button, then you might get a discount at wherever it is that you're shopping. So make sure you grab a button. As I said, they're going to be available on campus, and different people around town will have them at some different businesses. You can pick one up in the chamber office. Those are $10 each, which gets you a massive discount if you do all of the things that weekend.
For
so
sure.
discounts to, like I said, to the businesses, as well as your button will get you into the Miss Cinderella pageant both nights, as well as the game on Saturday. So make sure that you grab your homecoming button
Do
that
that.
that week. And also, the pumpkin patch is opening up this Saturday. So pumpkins will be there at the corner of the G&G and VAP parking lot. Core Ministries has their pumpkin patch that's going to be open on Saturday and then throughout the season. So they also have some straw bales available for $5 each if you want to up your fall decor, need some straw bales. So
Outstanding.
all of the things happening. This is also September 30th is your last opportunity to bank it for Bridge to Hope. So if you're not familiar with Bank It is an opportunity to just donate to some different visions throughout the community, and you can talk to your local bank to get your pledge form signed up if that's something that you would like to do. So
And I'll be in Winoka this afternoon. It is senior day for girls softball. So we will be rollicking outdoor Winoka. Thank you incredibly, Jody, for joining me this morning
absolutely.
and all of your support and assistance over the weekend. It takes a village, and we were the village, right?
Sure. I didn't really do a whole lot. I was just there. So, you know.
Jody, your presence, your aura lightens up the environment.
Well, hey, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you incredibly. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends Chamber Chats just for this weekend. So we will switch you back to what we loosely call regular programming.
Okay.
Don't say anything.
All right.
Because I can't get my cursor to